To measure the spacer, what I want to do is I have the spring installed inside and I just extend the front end all the way out, push the slider down, you're just holding the tube. And you're just going to measure from, the easiest way to do this is to measure from the top of the spring to the top of the fork tube, which I'm getting a measurement of 8 3/8. So that's 8 3/8 of like negative space in here. And the book that comes with the progressive spring says that you want 1 inch of preload on the spring with the fork cap installed. So we have to compensate for where this fork cap bottoms out on the top of the tube to where it's pressing down on the spring. So since this is going into the fork tube, we want to subtract that from what we just measured. So this is, if we measure to the flange on this fork cap, to say the bottom roughly is just about 7/8. So we're going to take 7/8 off of that, but then we also need to take into consideration the washer that it comes with that we're going to put between the spring and the spacer. And the washer is very close to 1/8. So 7/8 plus 1/8, that's 1 inch total. So what we want to do is we're going to cut that to the top of the tube, so that's 8 3/8. And then once we add this washer, that's going to add 1/8 to it. So that's going to give us 1 inch total, because this is 7/8. If we have the spacer extending 1/8 inch over the fork tube, it's going to be 1 inch total. That's going to be 1 inch of preload after this is threaded on tight. So for the spacer, we're going to be using this 3/4 PVC Schedule 80. You'll be able to find this on the website. That's going to be roughly about 1 foot long. And so you'll be able to cut whatever you need out of it to be able to get the right preload on whatever length front end that you have. It'll be 2 pieces, so you'll be able to cut 1 per side. So we figured out from how I just showed you with the measurements that we want to cut this piece to 8 3/8. And so we're going to cut 2 of them just so when we assemble the other front end, we have 1 ready. So let's cut that now. Boom, we have our other piece cut. So now we're going to fit the washer in, put the PVC on, and we're going to put the cap on. So before I button this all up, this would be a good time to add fork oil, but since this is just for mock-up, we're still going to build the bike around this. We're not going to be adding fork oil at the moment, but I just wanted to mention that this would be a good time to add that. And I understand that this is going to be a longer front end. We might have questions about how much fork oil to use. I would refer back to your factory manual for how much ounces to put into your legs, because of how much more room that you're adding with the longer front end, of how much more fork oil that you should add. And there's a lot of great information in, say, a climber manual that we have on the website that would walk you through that. They even mention a special tool to be able to measure how much fork oil you have with your tubes compressed. So if you have any questions like that, that would be the best place to find information to set up your front end properly. So I like to put the washer in on top of the spring, make sure it's sitting flat, and then put the PVC on top. And I'm going to have this try to hold it to where it's fully extended, because it's going to make it a lot easier to install the top cap. We're using the flush mounted aluminum Lowbrow Customs fork caps. The hardware used is actually bored into the top of the cap, so when it's installed, everything sits flush, and it's kind of like a stealthy kind of flush mount where the mounting hardware is like a little hidden and it doesn't have the hex that's visible out of the top of the tree after you install this. So I'm just holding the tube, and you'll feel it once the threads grab. And sometimes if they don't grab right away, I'll actually rotate the tube in my hand to kind of try to clock where the start of the thread is so that it grabs right away as soon as I start to compress it. You'll feel it right away if it starts to grab or not. And then you can take off pressure and actually just try to thread it in. And now with that threaded on, there's a lot of tension on the spring, and so you can snug up the dampener. There we go.